I'm making a chocolate orange cake for my birthday. This recipe is originally from Cake by Courtney if you follow her. I made a few minor adjustments to my liking, but overall it turned out really great. At the beginning I'm just 1/4ing my recipe. I feel like the original recipe has way too much buttercream frosting and I'm wasting a lot of ingredients. So I always either half or fourth it. This time I'm just making a 2-tiered 6-inch cake, so I didn't need as much ingredients. I like to weigh out my cake batter, that way they're even and I get really nice even cake layers. If you haven't done that before, I would recommend giving it a try, as it really helped my cake. Alright, it's the next day and I am going to go ahead and be frosting my cake, so I'll take you along with me. First I add my inside layer, which you can sometimes do any sort of filling like that, but this time I'm just doing the same frosting that goes on the outside for the center. And then after I do the center, I'm just going to do a crumb coat all over the outside, let it set in the freezer for 10 minutes till that frosting sets a little bit, and then come back to do the final actual cake frosting. After that crumb coat layer is set, I just take the back side of that 6-inch can that I used to make the cakes in to use as a guide so that I can have a sharp edge on the top of my cake. This really helps to get those crisp edges on the top that you look for. You can also use cake boards that I have underneath my cake at this time, but I didn't have enough for both, so I need to buy some more. But using this cake pan works just as well if you don't have those. Now I'm just pulling the frosting up with my spatula to get that design that I want. And a couple of final touches. Alright, now that your cake is out of the freezer, you're going to want to take a sharp knife to cut off that top, whatever you use, and you're going to want to brace it on the back side of wherever your knife is, that way you don't bend off the back. Now I just pour the rest of my frosting onto the top and frost that top piece. I like to look at Cake by Courtney for inspiration on how she decorates her cake. I always don't have the same ingredients or designs that she has, but I kind of make do with what I have. She had a sliced dried oranges on the top of one of her cakes, and since I did do the orange chocolate cake, I thought it would go well with it. I took some greenery, also the leaves from some oranges and lemons that I had at home, and kind of placed them around until I thought it was cute. Here's the final product. I really loved the way it turned out. It was so cute. This cake was so delicious. If you guys have ever had those chocolate orange treats around Christmas time, that's kind of what it reminded me of, and I think that's what she was going for. But overall, I really loved the taste of this cake, and I thought the design of it turned out so good. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you consider pressing the subscribe button so that way you can see what else I put out in the world, and we'll see you next time.